Hello everyone and welcome to a new Dead by Daylight video. This time I want to focus about the current status of communication and bugs polishment of the latest patches of Dead by Daylight. I think right now behavior should work on some stuff that actually doesn't compromise the good things that they're doing around the game. Because we can speak of balancement and we are gonna have different opinions. Like for example, content-wise, I like many changes. Resurgence I got a good change. Babysitter is really good, strong. Solidarity is in a good spot. I think that the perks of Lara Croft are in a good healthy spot. Also, we got characters from legendary franchises like Lara herself, Alan Wake. Chucky, Alien, not speaking of balance, but to repeat. We had a really good original chapter with All Things Wicked and the Dungeons and Dragons licensed chapter. I think it was a really nice surprise. Like here we are not speaking about content. Also, they are going to release for a first try the 2B8 mod. Like this is something that the community has said for a long time. We are gonna have a cross progression. Like content-wise, like Dead by Daylight, I think is going in a good direction. What I don't like is the lack of care for other stuff. Like we spoke of community many times, and that is gonna be my focus. Twitch, Twitter. Like I'm gonna keep speaking of problems relating to the community. But here today I want to speak about their direct communication in general, the way they are addressing some stuff, and how these patches have been released in a worse and worse status. This patch is something that should never see the light of the day, because the bugs that are in this patch are so game breaking that I don't know it could be approved, especially after that many of these bugs were reported in the PTP. Like, I want to give a look to this with you because, they even confirmed everything on Twitter with a sort of roadmap of the bug fixes. And we have confirmed the fix, expected the date, but it can shift. And under investigation, they are still looking into it. So, first thing, issues with players not correctly receiving an endurance status effect. This basically happens mainly with the dart. So if you get unhooked from the hook, if you get unhooked from the hook, of course, and you have the dart, like you're not going to have the base endurance effect. And not only that, but also no effect from off the record, no effect from someone who maybe is playing with the borrowed time. Like all of these effects are deactivated only because you're running the dart, basically. Also, if I'm not wrong, if you have OTR, in endgame, the base endurance effect is deactivated as well. Not during the game, but during the endgame. So this is going to be fixed, not fix one. I expect it to arrive during this week, tomorrow or on Tuesday. Tomorrow will be ideal, considering everything. And that's already a game-breaking bug. Like, at the end, once you know, you don't play with the dart, and, you can avoid dealing with this issue, it's something that you have a bit of control on your side. It sucks because the dart is one of the most popular and loved perks by the community, but I think that you can play with another exhaustion perk if you really want an exhaustion perk during this period. Generator counter reduced when a survivor leaves the tally screen whilst the trial is ongoing. Tentative target for fix, hotfix 1. This is the one that actually annoys me the most because this is a graphical glitch, fixed not fixed 2, so we have to still wait. Sable Wars, Deep Rift Cosmetic, this is something that makes me more upset in another way than the normal way. than this way, because like I'm buying the Rift, like it's something that basically is the main feature of this patch, like the main thing we are going to bring with this patch, so something that you use also to sell your battle pass, because at the end the Rift is this. And then the design is immediately recognized as not being okay. Like I think that this is really tied to the fact that they keep going for that blue effect of the deep rift, and like when you have an outfit that is already blue by default, like the differences are really less noticeable. Visual effect issues with the Yui Rift cosmetic, I think it's tied to the tail, because Yui has a big tail with this cosmetic that with some killer picking up animations, like basically blocks the whole screen while you're trying to take care to a hook. But let's go to the core, like something that in my opinion is really alarming, because like if you choose to release a patch with this, especially after that it was noticed in the first hour of the PTB, because I remember at least Ozushin Viberu sharing this on Twitter, because I remember I saw something like that happening on Twitter. Like I think it was not even 1 hour after the release of the PTB. Like not only made it to the live patch, but there is a tentative target for fix, not fix one. I have to admit that lately, like behavior when they say tentative target, like they succeed at it. Like they are a bit fast with this kind of stuff. But still, I don't understand how a patch could be released with such a game-breaking bug. Like, to who doesn't know, but I think that if you play by Daylight, you know for sure. Like, if you remove a survivor from, if you sacrifice or more a survivor from the trial before all gens are completed, in particular when you have still 2 or more gens left, like if that survivor chooses to leave the lobby, because you don't know, maybe they are so few, they already wanted to go to the next game and not seeing how this game is going to be. Or like you are in SWF and like this person maybe wants to spend their points, claim a challenge, select another challenge, or maybe they got removed really early in the trial and like they want to play a killer game while waiting for their friends. Like all of these are possibilities, you know. Like if one of these things happen, basically like popping one gen pops more gens at the same time, or at least pop some more gens for the counter at the same time. Because like for example, if you have 3 gens left and you are 3 person left in the trial, like popping one gen would make the remaining gen for the counter drop into 1, but at the same time the number of the left gens on the map is the same. So basically you have to defend your last gen in a 4 gen, and like defending 4 gens like is basically prohibitive for a killer, while a 3 gen is kind of the core of the game, especially at the highest level games. This is a problem. Like this is a really big problem. Like I don't understand how a problem like this could make it to live servers. We had many big problems like that we knew being not considered for a kill switch immediately, being not considered for bug fix immediately, and like this is worrying. Like I keep thinking of the blight who pulled the low pro chain the pallets, so basically it didn't have a pallet breaking animation after breaking a pallet with the power, no cooldown, and like that basically made the blight unstoppable. And like they didn't even kill switch him when this happened, also because like blight was one of the core characters of that patch. So this is a kind of disappointing, you know, like that this kind of stuff happens. Like this is a bug that is game breaking and completely changes how this video game works. Like it's not fun, it's not ideal to have this bug. Like we repeat, we knew it 3 weeks ago, and like it didn't have to make it live. We had also bugs relating to the health of the people, like many of you remember of the trickster flashing lights problem that could cause seizures. Like people had health problems because of that. Like they took a bit too much before kill switching the trickster, and now they reactivated trickster and said we didn't speak of it in the patch notes, but we have reduced the intensity of the screen effects with the trickster. Did this solve the problem? Like I didn't see people speaking about the trickster lights problem during this week, but also I didn't find many trickster in my games as well, and so I don't know. Hopefully, yes, though. Like I really hope that they solved it, but honestly, like this is what they say about it. Like I don't. I don't want to sound like uber negative, super negative, but like this doesn't confirm or nor negate that the issue was fixed. They say that we reduced the intensity of the screen effects of the fixer. It's gonna be enough? Hopefully, yes. It's not enough. This is gonna be a problem, and like we hope that it's not going to be the case. Anyway, I saw of other problems related with the flashlights and stuff happening on Twitter. Like I saw game in Larry's played by Gabby, and she said how basically there were these really strong flashing lights. She shared some pictures. I don't want to share the pictures because like this can be triggering for the viewers. But like she shared these pictures and said that she was facing a background on this map, and like it created this sort of light effects that were not really pleasant for the eyes. I saw also, I think it was Gorgera playing the night and like having a really weird movement of the camera that could cause motion sickness. Like I usually don't suffer motion sickness, but like with that movement of the camera, like I was feeling kind of sick myself after watching that video. And that's another thing that I don't want to show here. So there are even bugs that are problematic for the health of the people, and like here I have two things I'm upset and disappointed about. The first thing is about Dead by Daylight. Like Dead by Daylight has to improve. Like I can praise them for the content. I'm hyped for Castlevania because I can imagine what characters they're going for. Like I like the direction of the creativity of powers like Backland and the unknown, but I don't like how poorly it's treated this game, and like that we have to go every time we wait for a new content, a new hyped content, in a circle of bugs that are worse than before after like the 8 years of this game being around. Like this is not acceptable anymore. Like it's not a meme. It's tiring. Like it's not like it's not a bug. It's a feature. Meme is over. Like it's just tiring, and like it makes seriously not wanting to launch or play the game for many hours in a row. The second thing, like that I think would send a clear message to Dead by Daylight is, in my opinion, DBD, not DBD, the platform holders, so I'm speaking of Steam, Epic, PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo, like, they have to start stopping these patches from being released. Like, go for a patch control, like, control that everything is working as intended. If it's not working as intended, if there are issues that are so problematic, like these, the health problems or like the game breaking problems, like block the release of the patch. Like imagine like also how this would have an effect, a domino effect that will put them in a position of actually giving priority to these kind of situations. Because, like, for example, if you postpone the Tomb Raider patch, the Tomb Raider chapter patch, because, like, your patch wasn't polished enough, like, this has a bad effects at the eyes of the team you are co-working with, and, like, this actually creates issues. And, like, at this point, like, the team is going to pay a lot more attention to releasing a functional patch. Like, I repeat, like, I don't want to be negative, attacking the devs and stuff like that, but, like, at the same time, like, we cannot pretend like this is acceptable, because a patch like this has too many problems to be considered for a direct launch in the market. Because, like, you are breaking the game at its core, and, like, there are still some possible problems for health that are not investigated enough, and, like, at that point, like, even us as content creators, how can we act in a way to make our communities feel safe? Like, luckily, I didn't have to deal with any of these flashing problems, but, like, who had like, if you are someone who has to deal with it, like, there's nothing about luck. Like, if it happens, like, you're going to have health problems that are, like, take people to the hospital, and, like, this is not acceptable. Like, this is not okay. The other problem of behavior lately is the communication. Like, I repeat, like, they do 10 and then they make something that is so bad and problematic that basically puts all the good things in a second place. It's like the good rift, the good arts, the good chapter, the good content, the licenses we wanted, the cross progression being a thing, 2v8 coming. Like, all of these are really requested and amazing things that once that you see the poor communication and the poor quality of the patches, like, you feel disappointed a bit part. Okay, I'm speaking now of the cross progression situation. Okay, many people have waited for this, and, like, what is actually triggering the community for a good reason is, like, while we are unable to retroactively refund duplicate purchases, we will gift players with the 4,500 Edison shards automatically the first time they sync accounts if they own the same DLC on multiple platforms. This offer will be valid until October 22. The first time I read this, I thought that these shards were multiplied for every content that you had in common. So, for example, if you bought Michael Myers character on both PlayStation and Steam, like, you would have 4,500 for Myers. Then if you had Lowry, you would have other 4,500. Like, these are characters that you spent money for, and, like, they were going to give you a free value. Like, the distant shards basically are the free digital money you can use to buy content in the store of Dead by Daylight. Like, you usually earn these just by playing the game. And so, like, it wouldn't feel super fair already, but at least it would be something. Like, you say, okay, like, at least because I bought both things in both platforms, like, I'm going to get this amount of shards for every content I bought on every platform till now. That's not the case. That's not the case, because, like, actually it's 4,500 in total, and not for each content that you already have in another platform, that you already had in another platform. And 4,500 innocent shards are not even the full price of a next survivor from a next horror killer from a next original chapter. Already we don't have many original chapters lately. Like that's another topic. Like some licenses are really good, so I cannot complain. But there are many who actually prefer original chapters to licensed chapters. But like we got many licensed chapters that basically don't allow to unlock the contents for free at all. And like to unlock a skin with the shards, like you have to wait a whole month. Like they don't release original skins for free anymore at launch, but like you always like this is positive and negative because every skin is going to be for shards, like every original skin, of course, is going to be for shards sooner or later. But you have to wait 1 month after the release. And like with the 4,500, like you don't even buy a single piece of one of these outfits because like if we go in the shop, basically, if you don't consider the first, like let's go on Sable for example. If you don't consider the first bunch of outfits that you get for a survivor, where usually you have green rarity outfit, like after that all the outfits are basically of purple rarity. Like every collection is of purple rarity. So for example the latest one, Waterfront Massacre, like is a purple rarity outfit, and this is the same for basically every original survivor. Like if we can take Gabriel didn't even have a green rarity outfit. The problem of Gabriel is really well known of how little content we got till now. So, like you can see how basically all the outfits are purple rarity outfits, and like a single piece is 7,200 shards. So basically with that single gift you don't even get a single piece of cosmetic here. But for example, like this is one of the few that gets released for less than purple rarity, so the green rarity. It's a kind of recent outfit, and it's the cats and dogs shirt. And like it's actually exactly the perfect number of shards that they are going to give to you for having at least one content in common. But let's go back to the problem. Like you get differently from what I thought at the beginning. That I thought like you get 4,500 for every content in common that you had between the platforms. This is not the case for Dead by Daylight. Like you get 4,500 just for having a content in common. So, for example, you have bought every chapter on both PlayStation and PC because you played on both platforms. Like you are going to get 4,500 shards. I got for example, only the Mice of the Faithful because I'm a Jane main on a PlayStation, and then all the chapters on my PC. I'm going to get still 4,500. So basically, the person who spent more money is going to get the same value of the person who got who spent less money. This is not someone did more, like they deserve more. Like it's it does no sense in comparison of how much that person invested to have all the contents on all the platforms, and then you discover that you have cross progression, so basically you could avoid buying all chapters on a platform, so you know. And also because like for a long time they kept saying you that like this wouldn't be possible, that the cross progression was not going to be possible, especially with PlayStation and Xbox. So people kept buying content for both platforms for a long time. Like they discovered of cross progression being a thing basically during the anniversary of this year, and now we discovered that it's like only 4,500 decent shards. And like this sounds too little. Like I don't know. Like a behavior likes to complicate their own life with simple problems that could be solved in ways that will make them look a lot better than what they actually do with the choices that they took recently. Because like you can just give 4,500 innocent shards or more for every content in common. I don't even say the cosmetics. Like the cosmetics, maybe it's a bit too complicated. But like at least for the characters, like it will be the bare minimum. And like I legit don't understand. Like I think to be honest, even with the cosmetics, it could be possible. Like if the system will be able to understand if like you have the Jane white and the red stripes shirt on both PlayStation and PC. Like I think that the system can do that. But like the bare minimum would be for the characters, not even the chapters, but like the characters. So if you chose to buy Michael Myers with the 500 out shells in the shop, like you are going to have the same thing. Yes, you could maybe get the character with the sales and stuff like that, but like I repeat, 4,500 edition shards are just the bare minimum to get a green cosmetic, a single piece of a green cosmetic for a character, an original character, not even a one on license. So a bit more can sure be done to make your most faithful consumer actually feeling satisfied. Like I don't know what you think about this. Like I think that it's kind of sad that they are making complicated their own life and our life with issues that actually shouldn't be considered so problematic. Because at the end of the day, like the bugs polishing should be a priority over anything. Like I don't say even like as people say, like balance what we have till now and then release new content. Like I'm not one of those. Also because I repeat, like I like basically everything content wise of this patch. I think that the singularity is a bit overtuned, especially for the add-ons, but like that aside, like I really like the content of this patch. Like I think that the perks are balanced in a nice direction. The perks of Lara are balanced enough while being extremely interesting. Like content-wise, this patch, like QE8 mod, like cross progression, like content-wise, like this patch has a good amount of good content. Like I was actually hyped of playing this patch. But the bugs remove all the fun of it, and like I repeat, at a certain point, like this is not going to be acceptable anymore. Like it's the 90th year of life of this game. Like you are going to work with the more and more important brands, the more the time goes on. So I think it's legit to expect better bug polishing in all the future content. I don't know what you think. Like, this is my opinion. Like, I really hope that they learn a lesson from this, or that the platform holders start speaking with them because, like, they cannot make, like, for example, if I buy Dead by Daylight today, like, I'm gonna have a game that doesn't work, and like, I should legit can take the decision of asking for a refund, you know. And it's something that happened with other games. It happened with Cyberpunk. Like Cyberpunk was removed from the shops when it was in a bad status, and like Dead by Daylight right now is in that condition. So I think that the platform holders, if they start asking for a better quality control, like they have the power to make behavior acting better with the patches. Sorry for the long speaking, but like I really wanted to address this topic because like I repeat, if from one side I really like the direction of gameplay and stuff of the team, like from another point of view, I'm disappointed at how poorly some things are managed. Like I think that the game deserves better because literally wasting all this good potential for situations that are the core of what a product you put in the market should be. So it working like should always be the priority. Should always be the priority. Thank you so much. Sorry for the long chat. I can't wait to hear what you think about it. Much love.